Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to discuss about how the upcoming month of June is going to be for the Leo zodiac, and we are going to cover in three parts: the love, the career, and the monthly overview. And in love as well, there would be two different aspects. That would be if you're single and if you're in a relationship. So, starting with how your love life is going to be in June. So, if you are single, then you can definitely expect some kind of things accelerating in your love life. There can be some happening things that can be there. Maybe if you have been wishing for some kind of a love, if you have been thinking about the kind of relationship that you want to be, or the connection that has been there in your mind, then I do see all your wishes when it comes to love life getting fulfilled. So there can be chances that you can meet that person who can actually provide that fulfilling connection to you. But it is also your responsibility to not to get too much overloaded with expectations. So yes, you can meet some new connections, some new bondings can be there, but make sure that you're not overexerting yourself by putting a lot of expectations from that particular relationship. So this new relationship, if you are in a process of connecting with someone, make sure that you're not just putting a lot of pressure on the other person and even on yourself to take this connection very fastly. And that is why it is essential for you to give this connection that time to grow with emotional depths and to actually turn into something significant, because there are good chances that this connection can indeed provide a stability, happiness in your connection as well. There can be times when you can feel that you are getting a lot of appreciation, affection from the other person as well. It is just that as of now you need to just go with the flow and enjoy the good moments, enjoy the positivity that can be around you. The more you exert yourself in the pressure of turning this relationship into very significant thing, or to put a lot of pressure in identifying that whether this relationship is something that can be there in long term or not, then there can be certain things that can be spoiled, and eventually you would be just spoiling things for yourself. So that is why this is a time where, if you're single, so this is a time where you just enjoy the flow, where you enjoy the happening things, and there can be good emotional depths as well increasing in your relationship. So you can expect the connection growing, and it can also be very harmonious kind of a connection. You can also find that the give and take is there between both of you, and that is why it would not be very easy for you to make choices when it comes to your love life. And if you are in a very new process, and if you're just completely single, there is no connection there, then you can expect some more choices that can come across. So you can also get confused on which one to choose, or where to give your attention. So this choosing thing can also be there, and for that purpose, make sure that you are going with the choice that you feel most aligned with the one where you feel that the energies are there between both of you, and you're not just considering the practical things, but you're also considering the emotional happiness, and how things are uh, going between both of you. So that vibe should be there. And now, if you're already in a relationship, so there can be times when you can feel that your partner is being self-centered, and they are not providing a lot of emotional support to you. But it seems like it is important for you to communicate more, because if you just keep on taking things on yourself, and if you just keep overexerting yourself, then things can be quite draining for you. So it is essential for you to just tell them what's bothering you, and what are the things that they need to do, so that they can also be equally supportive. So they may not do things intentionally to hurt you, but maybe they can be caught up with other things, or they can be more concerned about their own well-being for a time being. So you can feel that that emotional support is somewhere missing, and you can also be overdrained with a lot of things. So you would expect that kind of emotional support coming from your partner. But yes, if you just communicate with them, then there are good chances that you would indeed get that kind of appreciation, the support that you're looking for. So it seems like you would have to let them know what you need in that particular time span in your relationship. So that communication is needed, and it is also a good possibility that once you are done with all those petty issues, then there can be a good phase where you would be understanding each other more, and that emotional support would also be there. That joy, the stability can also increase in your relationship. If you are planning to take your relationship further, then this month can be a good month where you can plan out more things together. And maybe if you are thinking to take a significant step, then you can also work on that emotional compatibility and consider those important decisions as well. So this can also be a phase where you and your partner can attend some good events together. There can be some kind of celebrations, there can be some kind of joy that can be around you and in your relationship. Even the gifts can be there, so that positivity would be there. It is just that you need to shift that focus towards more towards that positivity. And even if you feel that there are petty issues, then just communicate them with your partner, and they would definitely listen to you and work, and would be willing to work on those things. They would be willing to provide that harmony in the connection as well. So you would not feel that it's just you who wants to create that harmonious relationship, but they would also equally be there, choosing the relationship over their other priorities. So in the start they can be somewhere diverted with some other things, some other priorities, but once you are there, communicating things, telling them what you require, then definitely they would be turning their focus towards you. And that is why it is essential for both of you to create those happy moments together. Now, talking about your career, well, the career can be slow and even challenging in the start, but it seems like as the month would flow, you would be finding that stability and even some profits in respect of your career. So you can feel that, maybe there may have been times, maybe some past times have been there which have been difficult, and that is why you are finding it hard to be very confident while taking some decisions, or while just coming out speaking your heart. And maybe there can be times when you can feel that there is a need for you to speak up and present your opinions, present what you're feeling. But there can be that fear that maybe you're not very well confident that how you would be perceived. So that defensiveness can be there, that fear can be there on how the other people are going to perceive you if you just come out strongly with your suggestions, or come out strongly with how you are feeling about a particular project, or something, anything that you're working on, or some ideas. Even if you are doing your own business, or you're self-employed, then also there can be some fear inside you of changing things around you, or taking some good steps that can be progressive in the coming time. So there is that lack of confidence that you can surface in the initial time of the month, and this can also make you feel emotionally vulnerable as well. So there can be a lot of emotional vulnerability when it comes to your career. So maybe there can be people who can demoralize you, and you can take all of those words to your heart. So it would not be very strong for you to just let them be, let them speak, because whatever they would be speaking, whatever they would be criticizing, you can take all of those things to heart. So there can be chances that if you are not in a state of doing well, or if you just make a mistake, then there can be people around you who can just put you down, who can just criticize you, and you can just get into self guilt, and there can be a lot of regrets, and it can also come from your past negative patterns as well. So maybe you can feel some past difficult situations in your career repeating this month. So you can feel that maybe there is a certain kind of fear. Like, for example, if you have lost your job because of certain things, then there can be this fear as well that you don't need that kind of outcome. So all of those difficulties from the past can trigger your insecurities, and you can think about the bad things that have happened in the past. And this is because it is very necessary for you to calm yourself down, and think that this is just a phase, because once you are there triggering your insecurities, then there can be a lot of mess that can be around. And even if there can be people who can try to help you out, the genuine people, the loved ones that are there for you, that are there to offer you good things, you can just be upset about the things that really doesn't matter in the long term. So if you feel that if your superiors, or maybe some of your teamwork, teammates, or some clients or anything have told you certain things that are not very valid in the long term, and you can work on your mistakes and you can improve yourself in the short term, then do not just dwell over into those feelings, and make sure that you are having that confidence within yourself. Because if you are willing to work on the issues that can come across in the coming time, you can create good profits out of it. So take it as something, as an opportunity to grow. Take it as an opportunity to grow your finances as well. So if you feel that there are certain things that should be changed in your patterns, or if someone is pointing out your mistake, then instead of just taking all of those things to heart, try to figure out that whether you can improve all these things or not. And if you feel that you're perfect in it, then that's fine. But then if you feel that there are things that you can work on, then look for the ways, look for the solutions, and with the confidence that you would carry within yourself, that whatever it is, you can work on it. Things can be very smooth for you. So towards the end of the month, you can feel that all those negative energies are leaving you. Sorry, all those negative energies are leaving you, and you're walking towards smoother water. So you can expect that kind of smoothness coming into. And you can also feel that maybe someone else can also support you in that. So maybe someone that you trust on, maybe someone more experienced than you can provide you some guidance, can provide you some advices, and who can help you to just cross the difficult times. And ultimately there can be good profits as well, just to once you're done fighting with your inner insecurities, then you can expect some good results. You can even expect that appreciation, that stability coming across. It is just that you need to work on that system. You need to plan things well and execute things according to that, and then you can expect good gains and stability coming to you as well. So overall, this can be a good positive month for you if you just try to manage all those energies together. Because there can be a lot of things that can be happening around you, and it can be difficult for you to recognize on which one to trust. There can be times when things can be too good to be true. So there can also be times when you can find yourself being very happy and very hopeful about a lot of things. So it is responsibility of you to just figure out that whether this is just on the surface, or there is some strong foundation behind it. So make sure that whatever you are you know perceiving, whatever opportunities you are seeing, maybe if there are things that seems to be quite tempting to you, make sure that you are having that kind of a mindset where you're taking your time before making some major decisions. Because even when it comes to finances, there can be good opportunities for you to grow. And if you feel that there can be certain things that can provide you benefits, then make sure that you're not just falling for that short term money thing. Make sure that you're planning out things well, and you are here to make sure that things are not just being good on the surface, but they are holding a strong foundation behind it. So this is very essential for you to figure out what is actually good for you and what is just looking good for you, and go with the things that are there for you, that are going to give you the benefit for the long term. And that is why that joy kind of environment can be there. There can be some more celebrations as well. Maybe there can be some family get-togethers as well, where you can be just feeling lighthearted, enjoying your time. And that is why it is essential for you to go with the flow, but also make sure that you're taking your time to analyze things, and also trying to work on the things that you need to work on. Because there can be times when your inner strength would be required, and that can be more um, you know more towards the thing that you feel are not in your control. So with calmness you can manage biggest obstacles of yours, and even if you feel that things are getting out of your hand, you would still be in control. So this is something that you need to remember, that no matter how negative things are there, or how big you feel the obstacles are, with patience and with your inner strength, you would be able to manage things well. So be wise, do not take impulsive decisions, do not just react impulsively. Take your time to analyze things. Again, that analyzing thing is also there. So take your time to analyze things and see what can be the possible solutions. The compassion towards yourself and towards others, and even towards I would say this can be a difficult thing, but the compassion even towards the people who are majorly creating difficulties for you. So show them that you are bigger than all of these problems, and you are uh, very wise when it comes to dealing with all those things. So this is something that you need to manage. And again, if you are successful in managing all those things, then this can be a very smooth kind of a month. The initial things can be challenging, but once you are there, once you are recognizing okay, what's good for you, what's not, and where to put your trust on, and what is the thing that can benefit you in the future, then things can be very smooth for you. So overall this can be positive good month for you. It is just that you need to tap into your inner strengths, trust your potentials, trust your skills, and have a great month ahead. And yes, that's it for the Leo zodiac. And next up, we would be covering other zodiacs. And yes, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and have a great day. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to discuss about how the upcoming June month is going to be for Virgo zodiac. And we are going to cover three parts: how things are going to be in love life, in career, and an overall monthly overview. So in love life as well, we are going to go forward with two parts: if you're single and if you are in a relationship. Now, starting with how things are going to be in your love life if you are single. So, Virgo, there can be very instances in your love life where you can be very particular about the things that you want. So if you're single looking for love, then there can be chances that maybe your previous relationships have been quite rough on you. And that is why, if this month you're looking to develop some new connection, or if you're open to explore some new connection, then you can be very particular, confident, which is a good thing. So you can be confident and particular about what you are looking for in a relationship. You would not be afraid to raise your voice if you're not being treated right. So maybe the relationships that are just there to just for time pass, I would say, in your life, because you can be someone who is not very much interested in small talks, and just see where things go. You need to be assured, or somewhere you need to have that kind of mindset on where this particular relationship can flow to. So those energies can be heightened this month, and you can be very considerate about where your energy is going. And that is why, if you feel that the other person is not treating you right, then you can be very defensive about it. You can also raise your voice and opinions about it, and you would not tolerate any kind of compromising behavior from the person that you're looking to build some kind of connection. So this month can be a month where you can be very particular about your own boundaries, where your energy is going. You may not be very emotional, or even after feeling some kind of attraction, you would not just be flowing with the other person's flow. You would be firm on how you want things to be, and you would not be very ready to compromise things. And that is why there can be instances where maybe because you would be too firm, there can be chances that you can potentially overlook a good relationship, because that may not flourish according to you. So it is essential for you to, yes, to be considerate about where your energy is flowing, and how things are going to be, but also make sure that you are being a little bit lenient as well, and you're not just taking quick decisions that if some kind of fight happened, or maybe if you're already in some kind of connection that you feel is developing, and there goes some difference of opinion, some conflicts about certain topic, then do not just give up on the connection, or by it. Make sure that you're providing that benefit of doubt in that connection, and you are willing to somewhere overlook the faults if you genuinely feel that the connection is worth putting those efforts. So do not just be very firm or very defensive about the things. Try to understand the other person's opinion as well. And yes, if you feel that you are not at all aligned, then it would be better for you to just draw your boundaries, make up your mind and move forward. But if you feel that the connection that you both have been feeling is somewhere genuine and you can work things out, then also uh, be able to be flexible, and also be somewhere trying to just lower down your ego at times as well, because there can be times when you can feel that your ego is emerging. So this can be a phase where you would be on your toes, requiring for the things that you feel you deserve, and you would not be ready to compromise at all. So being a little bit flexible and lenient can be beneficial for you in your love life. And now, talking about if you are in a relationship. So if you're already in a relationship, then it seems like maybe you can um, have some issues. Maybe there have been some past issues that you have been tolerating for a while, or maybe there are certain things that are bothering you for a while, and you feel that now this is the time that where you cannot just tolerate anymore. So again, this can be a time where you would be raising your voice strongly. You would be asking for that fair treatment. If you feel that your partner's priorities are not right, then you can be vocal about it. You can be vocal about the effort that you have been putting in, because maybe since past some times, or this month as well, you can feel that you know you are the one who's putting more efforts, or your partner is not understanding you, your partner is not understanding your viewpoints, and you can feel that it is just you who is putting efforts. So there can be times like that as well, but again, you can act very strongly on it. So it is important for you to recognize that if your relationship is capable enough to turn into something significant, then you can also be, you can talk it out, you can have the communication, but do not just straight away raise a fight, or do not just straight away develop that aggression mode and just speak all of out all of it. So you need to be somewhere flexible in there as well. And because if some kind of clash happen, if some kind of conflicts happen, because there can be times when you and your partner can have that difference of opinions, and the fight can also go on. So instead of resolving the fight, you both can pick up new fights and just stretch the issue. So it is important for you to recognize that somewhere being lenient or being flexible with your voice, with your how you want things to be, can be useful to you. Yes, do not compromise with big issues, and do not be suppressed and all. But yes, where you feel that you can manage things at a certain level, and where you feel that there are some changes that your partner needs to do, uh, tell them to do that. And if they're not willing to work on that, then try to figure out a peaceful solution. Because with conflicts, with arguments, you would you would put yourself in a situation where you feel that uh, things are not working well. So it is necessary for you to recognize the strength of your bond. It is necessary for you to recognize that if your partner is willing to work on the issues, their pace can be slow, but if they are willing to work on the issues, then somewhere you would also have to give them that time. So this is something that should be very considerate in your love life. And now, talking about your career, this month can be favorable for you. You can feel that enthusiasm growing up, and you can also feel that maybe if there have been some work that is that have been stuck for a while, you can feel that it has started flowing, and you can feel a good sense of energy that you can achieve your goals, you can make things happen your way. So all of that strong energy can be there, and that is why it can also make you shine bright, and it would also help to others recognize the efforts that you have been putting on. So it can be a smooth month for you when it comes to work, and you can also feel that others are acknowledging your commitments. The others are also recognizing how willing you are to put your efforts and grab some good results out of any project that you're doing. So even if you are doing a job, or even if you are doing things on your own, this can be a time where you can feel that energy flowing, and you can feel that things are turning positive for you. So that can be there, the smoothness can be there, you can be confident enough to make your moves. But also one thing that can be concerning is that maybe there can be some superiors, or maybe some teammates around you, some colleagues around you, who are somewhere, who think basically that they are above you. So there can also be people around you who can try to dominate you, who can try to put you in a vulnerable situations, because yes, you would be flourishing, you would be doing well, and most of the people would be acknowledging you, most of the people would be uplifting you. You can also get a good there can also be chances that you can get a good sense of comfort in your work. So you can feel yourself being relaxed and having a good balanced work life. But then, because of some people can there can be some people who can intentionally try to put you in challenging situations, they can intentionally try to make things difficult for you. This can be even if you are working with some partners, or there are some superiors around you, some colleagues around you, they can try to show their power on you and lower you down. So this is something that you need to be concerned of. But also, if you're feeling confident in your work, if you feel that what you are doing is right, then obviously if your superior is telling you something, then you would have to consider. But also, do not take things too hard that it finishes or it diminishes your confidence that you have been having. So even if you feel those kind of challenges developing, some kind of dominance coming upon you, do not lose your spark, do not lose that hope and optimism that you would be carrying all along. So make sure that confidence is remaining, and you're having that faith in your skills. And yes, overall this can be a favorable month for you in your career. It is just that you need to be you do not need to be afraid of what some people are saying. And you would also give yourself that sense of achievement, a good sense of accomplishment that you have been having this month. So all the very best for that. So overall, this month can be positive for you. This month also can bring some positive results for you, and you can also expect that having that feeling of achievement, having that feeling of confidence, and you can feel that things are working for you, and you can be proud of yourself as well. So there can be instances where people can look up to you. There can be instances where people can put their confidence in you, and you would also be able to fulfill their expectations. So you can expect that positivity flowing. And also, this month can also be a month where you can feel that the community support is also there. There are people who are appreciating you, and you are also willing to spend your time with your loved ones, with the people you genuinely care for. You can feel that support coming, and you would also feel that you should reciprocate, having that love feeling towards others as well. So that community feeling, building a good sense of connection, sense of relationship with others, would also be there. And that would be it would not be with any intention of gaining some benefits, but those connections would be there just to be have that emotional fulfillment. And you would also feel that it's somewhere your reciprocation is needed, so you would be doing that. And again, it would not be for your own personal gains, it would be just because you would be feeling to do that. So that community give and take should be maybe there in this connect in this month, and you can feel that all of that is turning out something positive. And the major reason of it is because somewhere your emotions can be um, quite matured this month. So maybe the things that have been bothering you for a while, maybe the things that have been making you feel very anxious or underconfident, you would be able to manage those emotions and express them rightly. So you can feel that you're not having the difficulty to tell others what you're feeling, how you're feeling. So you can feel some emotional stability growing, that emotional stability also flowing in your life. So you can feel that confidence when it comes to expressing your emotions, feeling those emotions as well. And this would be because somewhere you would be knowing how to react in particular situations, so you would know where to draw a line and how much emotional investment is needed in a particular connection or in a particular any relationship. And even when it comes to work, you would be having that kind of awareness of where and how to be emotionally involved. So that awareness, that consciousness would be there on how to react on other things. And this can also bring that sense of peace within you. And yes, connecting with your own self, giving yourself that time would also be needed this month. So you can expect all of these things to be there. It is just that you can also be quite judgmental towards others because they may not be very good according to your standards. But again, you need to be quite lenient and let just them be who they are, and you need to be confident in who you are. So yes, overall this month can be positive, and wishing you a great month ahead. And yes, that's it for the Virgo zodiac, and I would be covering all the others remaining zodiac in the upcoming videos. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and have a great day. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to talk about how the upcoming month of June is going to be for the Libra zodiac. And we are going to talk about love, career, and how the overall month is going to be for Libras. So we are starting with the love aspect, and we are going to discuss it in two parts: if you're single and if you are in a relationship. So starting with if you are single, so when it comes to your love life, Libras, it seems like this month can be an ups and downs kind of a month where you can feel that you are finding it hard to develop a bonding with someone. If you're considering to find some new connections, if you're considering to look for new connections coming up, or maybe if you're in a phase to move on, and and at and a phase to explore, then there can be difficulties because you can feel that the rapport is not building up, the vibe is not building up, and you can find yourself trying too hard, or the connections that can come across may not give you the clarity that you would be needing to choose to if you really want to go with something or not. So there can be chances that you can look around, you can see many choices coming up, you can feel that the people are there, but you may not feel that much connection building up with them. You can feel that there is a lot of struggle that you would have to do to just connect with someone. So this can be that kind of a month where you can find it difficult to build a smooth connection. And even if there is a good phase that if someone comes across, and if you feel that okay, now this is something that can develop into something, then also you can feel that things can be too good to be true. So you may not be able to find that confidence to pursue any such connection. And there is also possibility that yes, you can meet someone temporarily, and that person can temporarily be around you and make you feel good. And you can also be very much interested in them to explore how things can be, but again it can lead to somewhere a heartbreak kind of a situation, because again that connection may not develop into something significant. So if you are just in a phase to see how things are going on, then this can be a good month, and you can just, you know, you can just allow yourself to see how things are going to be. But thinking a lot about turning things into something significant, having a lot of expectations of some new connections, can bring some heartbreak kind of a solution position for you. So make sure that you're not trusting anyone too easily, even if the person is showing you great interest, and even if the person is being all romantic and everything. But till the time you don't find that consistency in the dedicated efforts, you should not be building some high hopes, because they may not be trusted. There is also possibility that that they can also be open to explore other choices. So there can be a lot of confusion, a lot of conflicted situations that can be happening, which is why it may not be that kind of a month where you can feel very much connected to someone, or where you can be very much interested to pursue a good connection. So yes, if you are yourself in a zone where you are just looking to meeting new people and just building up some connections that can potentially turn into something good, then you can just allow yourself to go with the flow, but do not expect a lot when you're single. And now when it comes to your relationship, if you're already in a relationship, then also yes, there can be things that can be turbulent. You can find that you and your partner may have some different priorities. There can be a lot of other things that can go on, a lot of distraction kind of situation can be there. There can be some people who can try to create some confusing situation between you two. So if there are some friends, maybe some family around, who are just feeding you something that is not really helpful for your relationship, then you shouldn't really consider that, because it may ultimately again lead to some heartbreaking situation. So you need to be very cautious about what you're listening about your partner. And even you can perceive your partner's actions in a different way. So you can find that there is a difference growing, and you are finding yourself very difficult to explain. You can also find that your partner is not in a zone to actually consider your emotions completely, or he's not in a zone to actually give you that kind of priority that is needed to you. And the similar things can happen with you. Your partner can also feel the same, that you are indulged in your own things and you are not giving that kind of attention to them. So all of these confusion can be there, and that is why it is essential for both of you to prioritize things, to balance your relationship and the other things in your life. Because as I said, there can be too many distractions this month, and you can feel that you and your partner are just going in different kind of directions. So if you find yourself in such situations, do not trust everyone around you when it comes to you and your partner. Have that communication with them. And if you feel that you both are not in a zone where you both can understand each other, then make sure that at least you are not taking the arguments or conflicts too far. You're not acting impulsively, you're not creating big issues out of petty things. So letting that go and giving each other that space, that okay, if we are not in a zone that we are understanding each other, then we can at least coexist in a harmonious way. So this is something that you both can figure out. And also the important point is, if you find some, if there is a kind of mutual interest between you and your partner, if you feel that something new, something creative can bring up some spark in your connection, then you can consider pursuing it, especially when it comes to traveling. If when it comes to trying out new things, then there can be some attractions growing up. There can be some instances where you can feel that connection coming into your relationship again, that spark coming into your relationship. So this is the way to deal with the disturbance that you can feel it. Maybe planning a good something, travel plans, or indulging into some creative activities can bring you both closer. So make sure that you're also looking for that ways. If you feel that talking is not the way right now, you both are not in a zone to understand each other, then pick up then pick up an activity, some creative activity that requires both of you to be in action, be in a zone where you can come closer to each other. So this is something that you can consider. And now, talking about your career, well, career wise, there can be a slow start. You can feel that, maybe your emotions are not helping you out when it comes to setting your goals and achieving what you are planning. So, you can feel some kind of, difficult situations, some turbulent, some personal life turbulences can also be there that can hamper your career growth initially. But it seems like once you are at it, once you are, determined to get the results that you want, then you can definitely be very determined towards setting a goal and achieving what you are planning. So there can be some instances where you can find yourself in difficult situations, but once you are being sure of what you want, and once you are in a position to take the lead, then definitely there can be good stability around you. Also, there can be some kind of competition emerging. Maybe if you're at a job, you can consider that some colleagues or some competition is emerging, but you would eventually be able to surpass it as well. So maybe if you and your colleague is competing for some kind of incentive or some kind of position, then there is a possibility that you can get it. But for that, you need to be very confident and showcase your skills at your best. So this is something that you need to consider, that even if you find some competitive situation, do not be afraid or do not find some kind of faults within you, because you're equally skilled, you are equally capable to achieve what you are aiming for. And this can also fetch you some good profits as well. So as I said that maybe your work is going to fetch you some extra credits as well. So this is something that you can get. And especially if you're in business, then this month can be quite flourishing for you, because with your own lead, with your own intuition, you would be able to guide yourself towards a greater success. There can be good stability that can be there finances wise as well. Things can be quite favorable for you, the profits can be there. And eventually you can find yourself in a position to be in control, in showcasing your strength, in showcasing your skills well. So you can find a phase of happiness, a phase of emotional fulfillment, that you have achieved something. If you have even in job, if you have been trying to get a particular project, if you're trying to achieve a particular position in your company, then there are good chances that it can eventually put you one step closer to your plans and your goals, and it can eventually highlight the hard work that you have been doing. So this can be a fulfilling and breakthrough kind of a month for you, if again, if you are powerful enough to trust yourself and to take the lead and make things happen. And also, you can pamper your family as well. You can also, if you are if you're getting some success, if you are getting that sense of achievement, you would want to share that happiness to your family as well. So you can share that kind of success, you can share that kind of happy moments with your family, and make them also feel that you're achieving good things, you are progressing in your career. So all of those things can be happening, and thus you can find yourself to be in that power to make things happen. So all the best for that. So overall, this month can be a career breakthrough kind of a month when it comes to work life. But yes, there can be some personal life turbulences that can hamper your feeling of enjoyment, that can hamper the feeling of the security that you're going to gain, because you would be willing to offer that help and support to others, you would be feeling willing to share that happiness with others. But maybe the people that you feel would be happy for you may not be very happy for you, and they make it, and they can also try to put you down in some circumstances. So maybe if you are in your office type of situation, and you feel that maybe your colleagues would be happy with your growth or your ideas, they may not be very much happy, they can even oppose you, they can even oppose you at times. They can also try to put you down and make sure that they can find your idea being great, but they may not be very happy that you would be the one who would be executing it. So make sure that you are not believing on any such kind of a thing where you feel that people are somewhere trying to pull you down. Stand on your own grounds, and this can even mean that you may have to raise your voice against the things that you feel are not working in your favor. So do not let people to take advantage of you being nice or you being in a position to help out people. Yes, it is good that you can provide that kind of help to people, you can make others feel supported, but at the same time it is equally important for you to draw that line, because otherwise you can find yourself in situations where people would just be taking credits for your work, or you can find yourself people making you feel low for the kind of efforts that you're putting in. So do not be afraid to do your best, do not be afraid to showcase your skill, but also make sure that the benefits are coming to you and you are the one who is at that enjoying state. So this is something that you need to assure. This may not be a very big thing for you right now, but this can emerge to be something essential in the coming time. So make sure that the kind of efforts that you're putting in, you are expecting those kind of rewards as well, and the other people around you are not taking undue advantage of you being good or you being helpful towards them. And this can also be a month where again some kind of traveling can also be there in this month, because there can be some moments, movements actually that can happen. So you can expect yourself to maybe move out, or have some kind of traveling experience, maybe due to your personal life or professional life, for better occasions, for celebrations. So this can also be a month of traveling. And also if you are looking for some kind of international opportunities, if you are looking to expand your horizon when it comes to your overall growth, then this can then this month can provide you those instances that when you would be willing to look for that kind of opportunities. So the broader vision can be there, and again there can be times when you would have to explain yourself, explain your dreams, or explain your mindset to others. And others, they may not be very supportive, or they may highlight the negatives of what you're thinking. They may highlight the the difficulties, the obstacles in the past, in the path. So what you can do is that okay, you can take it as constructive criticism. You can plan out things according to that, the obstacles, the issues that they're mentioning, but it would be better for you to execute things as you are planning. You can make some changes, you can be flexible about things, but make sure that the vision that you're willing to see, the vision, the growth that you expect for yourself, is still there, and you are ready to pursue that path. So do not let others pull you down, do not let others put you in doubt that whether you are capable or not, because you would be in that position to be make the changes and expand your horizons and grab greater opportunities. So that's it for the Libra zodiac, and we would be covering the other zodiacs in the upcoming videos. So stay tuned and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great day. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to discuss how the upcoming month of June is going to be for Scorpio zodiac, and we are going to cover in three aspects, that is love, career, and an overview of how the upcoming month is going to be. And in love as well, there would be two parts: if you are single and if you are in a relationship. So starting with, if you are single, then it seems like you can still be holding on to some past grudges. There can be some past regrets that maybe some failed relationships have been there, and you have been building your hopes of those relationship. From those relationship, there may have been some expectations, some standards that did not get fulfilled. So there is that sense of lack. There is a sense of why didn't things work out, and that is why you can still be dwelling into those emotions. There can be also times when you can blame yourself, or you can question yourself of why why did things fail, and was it your fault, and everything. So all those insecurities can be there. And in that dwelling energies, in that zone where you would be more focused towards the failed things, when you would be more focused towards the past, um, you would not be able to very much explore the other choices, the optimism that is still left. So you can feel that things are not going to work your way, so that lack of hope, that lack of optimism can be there, especially when it comes to the initial time. But as the month would flow, you would be able to manage yourself together, manage your insecurities together, and that would require a lot of strength. So this can be a month where you can be focusing more on yourself, managing your own fears and doubts and even negative beliefs when it comes to love. So it is very essential for you to somewhere address your own fears, your own doubts, and make sure that your past is not getting reflected on how you are seeing your upcoming relationships or the connections. Because as the month would flow, or there is a possibility that even now there can be some possible connection that can be building up around you, and you can feel that your partner is somewhere being self-centered, or the connection that you're hoping to get built, you can feel that he or she is somewhere being more self-centered, looking for their own happiness. And this can also make you feel that you would have to put in more efforts, and initially you may not be in that zone to give in more, unless and until you don't feel that the other person is also equally interested. So you can feel that there is a dominance from your possible connection that is coming across, and they are requiring a lot of your energy, to maintain peace, and to maintain that harmony in this connection, or even to build this connection up. You can feel that they are requiring more of your efforts. So this is something that you would have to manage this month. But yes, if you are able to manage with mutual efforts, and if you are able to let go of the issues that are still holding you back, and if you're managing your insecurities well, if you're managing the fears well, then certainly there can be times, especially towards the end, where you would be finding yourself in a happy space kind of a situation, where you would be happy with the way things are going on with you. That may not be turning things into very significant relationship, or a long term connection, but yes, you would be happy in your own zone, and there can be a possible good connection that can come across, and you can feel that okay, you can live in the moment and have a good time. And now, talking about if you are already in a relationship, so again, this month can start with, maybe there can be again some unfulfilled expectations that can be there from your relationship. And maybe, past few months have been the months where little things have been bothering you. So you're holding your grudges, you are holding those hurtful things together, and you're not able to let go of the things in your relationship. And it is also possibility that your partner is somewhere also not paying attention on you, and you can feel that your emotions are just being yours, and you're not able to express what you're feeling to your partner. So this can be a state of even after being in a relationship, you can feel that somewhere that emotional support is not coming to you, because your partner is somewhere busy with their own priorities and with their own issues. So they may not be very much present to you. They can also be quite self-centered, thinking more about their own happiness, wishes. And they can even be, there can be times when you can feel that they are in a better space emotionally, and that is why they may not be very much aware of your emotional situation. So you can feel that they are considering things only from their perspective, and they are the ones who are having a good time, and you are the one who is dwelling into all those losing hopes, and making things difficult for yourself. So this can be a situation, but it seems like once you are considering that okay, this is not something that you should be in, and this is not a state where your relationship should be in. So you would be able to talk about your expectations, your standards in a relationship, and it is essential for you to communicate more, to tell them what you're feeling. Because if you feel that they are not being very much bothered, or they are not taking that much action, then it is your responsibility to let your emotions out. And just holding your emotions back and thinking that things would turn out well can be quite can be quite hurtful for you. So it is essential for you to at least let your partner know what you're feeling and what you expect them, how you expect them to be there around you. Yes, in a relationship, that emotional support is something that should be very natural, but there can be times when your partner can be equipped with a lot of other things and they may not be very much attentive towards you. So if you're feeling such kind of emotions, then you should be letting all of those out. And with time, as this month would progress, you would be able to manage your emotions well. So even if some things can be triggering initially, some things can there can be an emotional distance from your partner. You can feel that the love is somewhere diminishing. You can overthink all of those emotions as well. But once the month is progressing, you can feel that you are able to take control of that overthinking, you are able to take control of the situations well. And eventually you would be wise enough to take advocate actions, you would be wise enough to express yourself well. And eventually this would put you in a good space in when it comes to your relationship as well. So yes, towards the as the month would progress, you would be able to let go of the overthinking, you would be able to restore your faith in your connection. And you would also be able to surpass that feeling that your partner is not being very much bothered about you, or they're not being very caring towards you. So you can overcome all of those feelings, because as the month would flow, you would be able to have that kind of confidence in your relationship, and you would be able to surpass the insecurities as well. Now, talking about your career in the upcoming month, it seems like the situations can be quite favorable for you when it comes to your career. And you can also feel very comfortable in your work that you're doing. So you can be in any field, you can feel very familiar, even if you're starting something new, even if there are some new opportunities that can come across. If you feel, if you have been trying to look for something better, if you're trying to take a step up when it comes to your career, you can expect those kind of fulfilling opportunities coming up to you. And if you're already in a process to start something new, you can feel a sense of comfort in your zone. And if you and you can feel that the community around you, the people around you can also be quite supportive. Although yes, there can be some dominance of maybe some superior, or there can be a particular person who can be very judgmental towards you, because they would be requiring you to do your best. So even if they can show their dominance over you, and they can show that they are the one in power, that is because they themselves can be quite determined towards their work, and they would expect you to be equally dedicated and equally determined towards goals and everything. So if you find yourself in such situation, then do not be upset, or do not feel that that dominance may not work in your favor. Take it positively, take it in a way that you can still thrive in that pressure, and you would be able to make things quite better for you. And overall as well, if you have been thinking to change things, if you are in a process to make some good changes, maybe relocating or anything, if you're in that process as well, then you can also feel that you have that confidence. Especially if you're shifting places, if you're trying something new, then you can feel that confidence coming up. You can feel that the universe is somewhere being supportive of your actions. And with good planning, with taking some calculative risk, you would be able to achieve what you have been planning. So professionally, things can be quite positive, and more than practical benefits, more than material gains. This month can be the month where you can feel emotionally happy. You can feel that your career is something providing you that emotional happiness as well. So instead of looking for that material gains, instead of looking for that material benefits as of now, make sure that whatever you're doing is fulfilling you, is making you feel comfortable, is making you feel happy in your work. And yes, there can be some supportive energies around you as well. And because this month can be the month where you can explore more choices, there can be some equally tempting choices that can be across you. So make sure that when you're making some kind of decisions in regards of them, if you are in the middle of taking some choice, if you're in the middle of making some choices and taking some new paths, then you're considering the things that are eventually going to be beneficial for you in the long run. So put your focus and put your mindset towards gaining long term benefits and building strong foundations as of now. And yes, be confident in whatever you're doing, be confident in your skill set, because eventually you would be feeling that happiness across you when it comes to career. And yes, even if you feel there are certain hardships, because there can be times when you can do things you're not very much experienced in, or this can be a month where some kind of challenges can appear and you can feel that you're new at it and you may not have equipped knowledge about it. But if you are willing to work in that direction, then just go for it, have that lead, have that confidence, learn about it, and then take the necessary actions to get a step closer towards your achievements, towards your goals. So overall, this month can be a good positive month for you. But yes, you would have to take care of your emotions very well, because there can be a times of, there can be actually many times of that emotional vulnerability. You can feel that, your insecurities are popping up and you're not able to decide that whether it is your intuition or your fear that is guiding you. So there can be a lot of times for that, and that is why it is necessary for you to be patient when it comes to getting the results. It is necessary for you to trust on your skills, because yes, the environment can also be quite competitive around you, and you can feel that the kind of efforts that you're putting in, the results are getting delayed. So do not be focused towards why things are not working very quickly, but instead focus on that that once you're getting those rewards would be actually very beneficial for you. So do not be upset when it comes to waiting for those results, because the results are there and they would be eventually coming to you. It is just that this can be a phase where because you are more triggered from your insecurities, from your fears, then you would have to certainly wait for the abundance of love and happiness, and even the rewards that you're waiting for. So you certainly have to make sure that your focus, your determination is towards your goals. And when it comes to goals, it is not just about your professional goals, but it is also about your personal goals. So maybe if you have been feeling some there should be some personal advancement, there should be some personal fulfillment as well, then you should be willing to put your efforts. And again, that patience is required, because the results are definitely there. It is just that they can take some time to come to you. And meanwhile, in the process, the hopes should be high, the expectations should be high, the faith within yourself should be high. So this is something that you need to take care, that no matter what the obstacles are coming your way, no matter what the difficulties are coming your way, you have enough confidence to surpass all of them, and you have enough confidence to lead the way with a sense of victory, a sense of achievement as well. And also, one thing that you need to consider is that make sure that you're not sharing your plans or your future commitments or anything that you're planning with others, because others can be very much concerned about your progress. They can be very much keeping an eye kind of a situation on your work, on your advancement. So make sure that you're not giving out too many details when it comes to your life, when it comes to your future plans. Keep them towards yourself, be very determined, be willing. but keep them to yourself. And even if you would have to share, just share things on the surface level, do not go into the details. And yes, overall this can be a month of fighting those inner battles and then eventually winning. So this can be that month where you would be able to surpass those insecurities and walk out as a winner. So this can be a very progressing kind of a month. It is just that you would have to make sure that the overthinking is not winning and you are the one who is taking the lead, you are the one who is taking over all those obstacles that are coming up. And this can also be quite inspiring to others as well. So once they would see that you are emerging from some difficult circumstances, once people are seeing you that you are taking the lead, even if the situation is some kind of difficult, they would be giving you that respect. They would be also admiring you as well. So trust yourself, trust the universe that your actions would be supported, and eventually this month can turn into a good month for you. So yes, that's it for the Scorpio zodiac, and we would be covering the other remaining zodiacs in the upcoming videos. Stay tuned, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and have a great day ahead.